Greetings, viewers. My name is Eric the Car Guy. I also call myself ETCG1 when I post videos to this YouTube channel. Yes, I have two YouTube channels. Why? Hey, here on ETCG1 we start things off with, hey, if it is your birthday, happy birthday. Please enjoy this digital cake. Actually, we can all enjoy the digital cake. Yummy. It's been a little over 2 years since I purchased my Snap-on toolbox. KRL 1020, I believe it is. 1023 is what I think it is. But anyway, I'll post a link to it down in the description so you can check it out. Has the stainless steel top. Retails for $13,000. I purchased it for $6,700. I thought it was an amazing deal. For years, I'd worked out of my Cornwell toolbox that I had bought used for $400, and I'm talking I worked out of that thing for maybe 15 years or so, no, more than that actually. A significant amount of time I worked out of it. It became, well, it started to overflow. I needed a new toolbox, so I went looking on Craigslist and I found this. And my career coming up, I'd always thought to myself, boy, it would be nice to get a nice toolbox sometime, but I never considered the toolbox to be like the be-all end-all. For me, the toolbox was always the place where you put the tools. What was important was the tools that were going in the toolbox. Where you kept them didn't seem as important to me, hence the reason why I had that $400 toolbox for years and years, and then finally replaced it with this when it was completely overflowing. Once again, I had this, these starry heart eyes for Snap-on stuff because, well, I really like their wrenches. I've always really liked their wrenches. In fact, they're one of my favorite things that they make, but I haven't liked everything I've used from Snap-on. After 2 years, I can say that I don't regret getting this toolbox, but I scratch my head and think, is it the toolbox? Yeah, it's got the Snap-on name, and yeah, it fits my tools way better than the old toolbox did. But as far as use after 2 years, because now we're intimate. We're like one. I've done lots of work out of this toolbox, so it's become a part of what I do, and I don't have to search through 3 or 4 drawers before I finally find the one that contains the tools that I'm looking for. But my point is, I think at this time, in this day and age, there are other toolboxes out there that serve just as good a purpose and in some ways work better. One of the things that I don't like about this toolbox is it doesn't have soft closed drawers. Another complaint that I have after this amount of time, and this has been since day one with this toolbox, is some of the drawers are noisy. Now, if I'd have spent full retail, if I'd have went to the tool truck guy and said, hey man, I'm gonna make your day, give me that KRL 1023 right there for 11 grand, stainless steel, or 13 grand, stainless steel top and everything. He probably wet his pants when I'd said that, this is all hypothetical, and been very happy to sell it to me. But me, as the person consuming said toolbox, I really feel like you're just buying a name. Because the quality that, in my mind, that should come with something that costs 13 grand should be a lot better than what I'm seeing with this. And I just feel like what Husky is making these days, what Harbor Freight is making these days is better. And I say that because I'm not going to sit here and claim that I have buyer's remorse, because I really don't. I mean, this symbolizes success for me. This was what it was. I mean, this was like one of the last pieces of my toolkit arsenal that I put together. Like I said, I was more concerned about the tools that were going in over the toolbox itself. But as I said, after years of using it, do I feel like I'm better off? And I don't. I really don't love this toolbox. I like it. I enjoy working out of it, and it keeps my tools. But whenever I open one of those drawers and it makes that squeaking noise, I think to myself, I'm really glad I didn't spend 13 grand on this toolbox. That's the first thought that comes to my mind. I'm really glad I didn't spend full price for this, because if I did, I would be super disappointed. Now, my friend Homo Mechanic likes, not having soft closed drawers. He likes to be able to slam his drawers and let everybody in the shop know he's having a bad day. It's his thing, not mine. I like to push it and walk away and know that my tools are gonna pretty much be in the same place I put them. Now, you put the mats down to keep the tools from sliding all over the place. I have those. Still, to me, that seems like that luxury that I feel like I'm lacking in this toolbox, number one, and two, it makes noise. But I think at the end of the day, this toolbox is really just a name. I think you could, if you're looking for a toolbox now and you're seeing this video and you're saying to yourself, oh, that's Snap-on, they make some great toolboxes, and they do. And I'm not saying this isn't a great toolbox, but do I think it's value for money? Absolutely not. You know, the metal's there, the powder coating is there, that part's great, but the drawer slides have always sucked. Are you listening, Snap-on? If you're going to charge somebody this much money for a toolbox, can you at least make the drawer slides work consistently and not make noise when you open and close the drawers? Come on, 13 grand? Are you kidding me? Now somebody might say something to the effect of, Eric, if you don't like that noise, why don't you lubricate the slides or contact Snap-on and have them do something about it? Well, I did fill out the warranty information for the toolbox when I got it. The warranty card and everything was still in the toolbox, and I figured, hey, what the heck? But I really haven't heard anything back from Snap-on after filling out that warranty information. But I did also call them directly about this issue and said, my drawers are noisy, what do I do? Is there any kind of lubricant that I can use? And they said there's no recommended lubricant. The way they deal with the issue is that they replace the drawer slides. Well, there's a whole lot of drawer slides in this toolbox, and the majority of them are making noise. And the fact that I didn't hear back from them, well, led me to believe that I wasn't going to get any new slides. And I kind of wonder if that would really fix the problem anyway. And then you might say, well, try X lubricant. Well, I haven't really tried too many lubricants on this, mainly because what I fear is if you mix lubricants, sometimes bad things can happen chemically. And as a result, you could take a problem that's bad and make it even worse. So I've been reluctant to do that, and I've just been living with the issue, which, you know, like I said, I just live with it. But it makes it feel cheap. So this just goes to my argument of, yeah, it's a great box, but is it worth the money? Heck no, I don't feel that. No, you're just selling a name with this. So, conclusion, if you're going to buy an expensive Snap-on toolbox and that's what you want, more power to you. However, after me purchasing one of these 2 years later and working with it, is it a great toolbox? I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Yeah, I'm really going to go that low. I almost said 7, but I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. But it is a good toolbox, no doubt about it, and it is a tremendous improvement over what I had before it. But with what is out now, like I said, with a Harbor Freight or a Husky, I think you could spend a fraction of the money, you'd be just as happy, and your tools would also be just as happy in that toolbox. That's the conclusion, that's the takeaway. Anyway, let me know what you think. I mean, do you have an expensive toolbox that you regret buying? Or do you have an inexpensive toolbox that you absolutely love? And you say, Eric, you should have got one of these. Comments, that's what they're for. Please leave them down below. Like and subscribe and do that stuff as well. Really appreciate that. Automotive questions, I ask you head to ericthecarguy.com, linked in the description, along with additional videos like when I first got this and a year later and all that. And here we are 2 years later. You get to experience this right now. You don't have to wait like I did. Be safe, have fun, stay dirty. I really appreciate you watching, and I will see you next time.